Build, not destroy. Reconciliation for recluses. Gifts without return. Build, not destroy. Olive branches, not flamethrowers. Second chances, not immediate ghosting. Gifts without return, not transactions. So here's to building instead of burning, to extending the olive branch before reaching for the flamethrower, to second chances over silent exits, to compassion with vairagya, dispassion and detachment. That is, kindness without any expectation of return. This advice has not paid off for me in recent years. First, I've encountered my fair share of irredeemably toxic people to whom this advice is simply inapplicable. There are circumstances where it is necessary to turn away, shut out, and leave behind for the sake of your well-being and protection. And when I've tried to implement the preservation over dissolution mindset in truly toxic situations, it's almost led to a kind of self-corrosion, to self-deceiving wishful thinking. But in general, where I fail to sustain relationships with normal, decent human beings, the unraveling has largely been my own fault. I've tried and failed to rebuild what I myself thoroughly destroyed. I've offered olive branches after using the flamethrower. I've ghosted only to ask for a second chance from old as well as potential friends and romantic partners that I initially pushed out of my life. I developed resilience and autonomy in the process, but also became incredibly isolated and alienated from society. I then eventually came to terms with that estrangement as I settled into solitude, seeing how social withdrawal facilitated both worldly contemplative life as well as serious Dharma practice. I am now a recluse who is content to be alone, but in the midst of a sprawling city where I cannot live out my days as a total hermit indefinitely. Today, as a deeply inward person aiming to strike a middle ground between toxic avoidance and reconciliation efforts more befitting an extrovert, I try to approach relationships in the right order, with warmth and understanding before resorting to cold turning away. I try to act with kindness and compassion, but without any expectation of enjoying the fruits of my interactions. This is proper to Dharma in general, and to my Svadharma in particular as an introvert and as an aspiring urban Jnāni. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhur mati sangvostva karmani. Your right is to action alone, never to its fruits. Become not one who aims towards the fruits of action, nor one attached to inaction. Bhagavad Gita